What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Audio Theory Podcast with your host, Superfly. Got my boy Danny on the other end.
Danny, day bar is open. Yo, so we're back to Superfly. We're not going to stick to Chemic?
I think Superfly just, I don't know, it kind of rolls off the tongue a little easier. Chemic is cool, but I want to get back into the rapping game before I do the honors of going by that.
You got to drop a SoundCloud video and then we'll Chemic.
If you guys subscribe now, we'll say it now because we don't know how many people, if all three people are getting to the end of our videos.
I think we're at 4 now.
Okay, 4. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. But yeah, let's get into it. I mean, this episode is called States of the Culture. I believe we're just going to get into the musical differences and nuances between literally different states. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. And I mean, the real reason why we wanted to get into this, because despite me and Chemix, aka Superfly, talking every day, the weirdest shit just happened this past week. You want to tell the people?
Oh yeah. So I had planned a trip to Austin, Texas with my girlfriend it was her birthday month. You know how the women do when it comes to their birthday. So she wanted to celebrate for like the 7th time. And it just so happened that Danny here fucking sent me a picture of him also in Austin, literally the same weekend. So we of course met up, had a dope ass night at this random hookah bar that played probably the most fire hip hop music I've heard at a venue in a long ass time. Yeah, it felt like a concert, and like the hookah was great. The vibe was on point. So, and he was there for his birthday as well. So it was the most random alignment amongst the universe that happened. Yeah, it was a dope experience.
We just dropped the Nipsey episode, and I was wearing one of my Crenshaw shirts that took 17 years to get delivered to me.
Right.
So I was just like, yo, representing Marathon Continues. And you're like, bro, where the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah, it was so random. And that had happened to me before when I took a trip to Hawaii, and it just so happened one of my friends was there. So I don't know if this is a sign we gotta move to Austin. I personally don't want to.
I am ready to go.
I'm down to go back, but it was a little underwhelming for me personally. Maybe I didn't.
I agree with you. So like, my thing is that I like that low key vibe, but then you also have the ability to like turn up whenever you want. Yeah. But like my thing was like, yo, everyone's so nice. Yeah, there's not really much to do though. If you think like
that's the thing.
Like you went for what, an extra 2 days than I did.
Yeah.
So dude, in my 3 full days, no bullshit, minus because I had a late flight on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So dude, by 2:00 Sunday, I had 5 hours to kill. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Like I'm like, yo, I don't. But now Austin was super dope. But yeah, that was the most amazing fucking like, holy shit, like what? Like
yeah, it was a dope city. I think if anything, the barbecue and how friendly the people were the two things for me personally that has stood out.
What was the favorite, your best meal?
Shit, probably it's a tie between. We went to this dim sum Chinese restaurant. They had this fire, what they call a volcano shrimp. The restaurant's called Lane Restaurant. We had like fried rice, all kinds of standard stuff, but it tasted different compared to all the stuff I'm used to in LA.
Sure.
And we went to Terry Black's barbecue. Franklin's is the famous one, but all the local people.
Work with him though, right?
Oh, I don't know, but I mean,
that's what I think the story is. Like Terry Black used to work with Franklin and open his own spot.
He's like, fuck it, like there's way too much demand for this for me to not do my own thing or something. But everyone recommended it. It was actually on my list originally because I think it popped up as the first result for barbecue, and it was super fire. Like the best jalapeno cheese sausage I've ever had. Sweet corn, like buffet style, so you just like walk up and ask for whatever you want. It was super fire. What about you?
So I got 2. So my goal was I landed first thing Friday morning, like at 9 a.m. And I was like, yo, it's a weekday. Yo, let's go to Franklin's right now. And I was like, they'll open till 11 a.m. If we're gonna have a chance, it's gonna be right now, like 10 o'clock. Let's just go.
Yeah.
So like the Uber sees where we're going. He's like, y'all not gonna eat. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, go somewhere else. Go to Terry Black's. I'm like, nah, man, we gotta go to Franklin's. We gotta go to Franklin's. No, dude, no bullshit. We pull up in that Uber. That line is 3 miles deep. I'm just like, fuck. But it's all good. I never went to Franklin's. I'll go back with you. We'll try it. Like now that we've already gone, I'm more willing to wait in line for 5 hours. Like I wasn't willing to wait in line for 5 hours when I only have 3 full days to do shit. So but yeah, Torchy's, which we went to, was also like a really dope spot. The tacos were phenomenal for me. And they had like a whole bunch of like pulled pork options, so like, you're kind of getting the Austin vibe of barbecue. And then, dude, the best brunch I had in a while, I went to this place called Snooze AM. Bro, they had a massive breakfast burrito, French toast. They had their own kind of champagne on tap. That shit was fire, bro. So yeah, dude, I feel fat as fuck though when I got back.
I felt like a piece of shit as soon as I got back. I just
like,
straight carbs and cheese. That's all I was
I
eating.
worked out for the first time today, so I took Monday, Tuesday off, and bro, like those first couple steps to the treadmill, I was like, oh my god, this is a mistake.
Luckily, coincidentally at work we have like some like work employee bonding sports day event tomorrow, so I'm excited to fucking take like 4 hours off just running around doing dumb shit.
Bro, no bullshit. I just had a corporate kickball event tonight as well. So like I sweated a bunch there. So I was like, yo, thank God. Like I can feel the fucking pulled pork coming out of my pores now. But bro, honestly, one of the dopest things I remember about, besides we'll get into the hookah lounge, dude, but Barton Springs, bro, how dope was that? Like the pool area.
Barton Springs was dope. It was dope. Like you said, it was way too fucking cold to go swimming.
I actually never gets warmer. Like it just tastes fucking like.
Yeah. No, I was gonna suck it up because I was like, fuck. I mean, we spent $9 to go here, but I didn't come prepared with swimming trunks or towel or anything. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to jump in, but at the same time, I don't fuck. Like. I feel like a bitch because we had like toddlers and shit jumping in like it's nothing.
Yeah, off the trampoline and shit. Did you guys go for a hike at all?
No. We kind of just walked around and went to that the state capitol.
Nice.
Building, and we just ate. I think like after a while we just couldn't find new shit to do, and I think that's when we started getting bored. Like to your point, Sunday night we were like, we're ready to dip. Like we saw a movie the next day. We like went to the mall, did regular shit we would do in any city.
In any city, right? You would do that shit in fucking Chicago or anywhere, bro. Like it doesn't really matter. Like, but yeah, I thought Barton Springs was cool. So if you guys don't know, Barton Springs is like a national park almost in Austin, and you can hike. And then they had like this fucking a literally spring, but they put like a pool thing around it. So it looks like a fucking outdoor pool. And then just visually, if you look like south, you see like the entire city. So it just like visually looks up like it's super Instagram worthy, you know, for all like the influencers and shit. Yeah. But yeah, dude, Austin was fucking great. We'll get into like the hip hop scene in a second. But what else you got been going on, man? Are you a big NBA fan? Fucking the season just started yesterday.
Before we get into that though, I didn't tell you yet. Sarah, my girl, and I, we got trapped in the fucking parking lot elevator before we went to pick up our car after we got to my workplace from the airport. So I parked at my job.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. So I left my car at my job because it's close to the airport. The Uber's cheaper. And as we're going up the fucking 8th floor, all we hear is boom, and everything turns pitch black. The numbers on the fucking elevator, you can't make them out. It's just straight gibberish. And we drop from the 8th floor to no, I swear we dropped from the 8th floor to the 7th floor, like between the 7th and 6th floor. So we're staring at the fucking wires and shit, and then it slowly goes to the 6th floor finally, and like none of the buttons work, the door won't open, nothing, and she's like hyperventilating and crying. I'm like trying to keep it cool, pressing the emergency buttons because I've never been in the elevator stuck before.
Same.
So I'm pushing the button to call somebody. I don't know if it goes to 911 security, but I press the button multiple times. Nobody answers. I press the like emergency bell, and it rings this loud ass bell that it sounds like an alien invasion is coming or some shit.
Oh my god.
And it turns out like that area of the city had an outage, like randomly. It was nowhere else but where we were.
Wow.
And I'm pressing the button literally for like a solid 10 minutes. I can see security on the first floor. He's not doing shit, probably playing Candy Crush or something. And at this point, I'm more pissed than afraid because I'm like, you hired this motherfucker and he's not doing anything.
Right.
So I'm like getting ready to call 911, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a little extra and I don't want to be here for like 3 hours. I'm kind of hoping someone's just going to leave work late and find us, which ended up happening. Some random people came up to our elevator. We all like pried the door open and it like naturally opened. We finally got out after like 15 minutes.
God damn.
Right, so it was a memorable end to the trip.
Yo, so I don't know. So then talking about scary ass experiences leaving Austin. So I don't know if it was by you as well on Sunday evening, but there was a lightning storm. All right.
Oh yeah.
Did you see any of that shit?
Yeah, I saw it. It looked like something out of War of the Worlds.
Yo,
Tom Cruise.
that, bro. And like, yo, we're about to take off and we just stop on the runway for like a good 10 minutes and we just see like lightning. So I'm like, all right, they're going to cancel this fucking flight and just, it's not safe to fucking fly, which I'm all good for, bro. Like,
yeah.
So we just start taking off though and the shit's still like, I'm like, bro, I kid you not. This is when you know the turbulence is bad. When the fucking pilot's like, he has to remind the stewardess to take their seats. They're like, cancel all the service, like as far as like tray service, sit down.
Damn.
And I'm like, holy shit, bro. And I'm telling you, like, we were sitting in the back, so obviously you felt more, but we're just like, and then we're dropping. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, my tombstone's gonna say born on October 20th, died on October 20th. Like, it's gonna be a perfect 20 years.
No, we can't end this shit on episode 6 or 7. We gotta finish this out.
Yeah. But that's funny how you had like a traumatic. I legit like taking off for the first 45 minutes, bro. No lie, was fucking terrifying.
Yeah. I was like, this is it. Like, I'm gonna have to call in dead tomorrow to work, which wouldn't be ideal. But I mean, we're alive. We're here.
We're alive. We made it. So yeah, back to my point. Are you? I know. Like, I remember you told me your brother's a big basketball fan, but you also as well?
He's a straight fanatic. Honestly, I'm not. I love playing basketball, but I don't really have like a team. Growing up, I kind of was a Laker fanboy naturally, but over time, I kind of like stopped watching TV altogether. So I don't really follow too much of anything outside of like music and podcasts and shit now. But he loves the fucking Rockets like to death. I don't know how or why, but he's a Harden fanboy.
Dude, I remember legit. So I don't know where, maybe you were in the shower or whatever. You weren't there, but I remember getting water in your like living room, and I overheard him talking outside, and it was legit like a half an hour of just him talking to his boy about like why like certain player sucks and this player is better, and I could fuck him up. I was like, bro, I wouldn't even report this because this is phenomenal right here. Yeah,
no, he's literally yesterday hit me up because he's trying to start a basketball related podcast. He'll probably just be talking shit to people the whole time, so we'll see how it goes.
Actually, so yesterday was a big game. It was the Battle of LA. It was the Clippers versus the Lakers. Clippers won. But speaking about podcasts for basketball, so I'm actually rocking my boys' merch. So if you guys follow my podcast, I had an episode with these guys from New York called Manny Digital and Amelia the Poet. It's called Dribble of Dimes. Actually, it's a pretty fresh merch for so we need to actually come up with some fucking fresh shit like this that says
yeah, for sure. Coming soon.
Got my Knicks hat on, so I'm gonna rep this shit today because we don't have a losing record today because we're 0-0. So today's a good day.
Always good to have start with a blank slate.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be really bad in like 2 weeks. All right, man. Let's get to the podcast, bro. So yeah, we were talking about this, like coming up with ideas. Obviously, we'll get into like what's happening in pop culture right now. It's always a fucking epidemic with some shit. But Yeah, dude, it was just like we were sitting at the hookah lounge in Austin. So Austin has this. You were telling me LA has the same rule, right? Like a lot of clubs and bars close at 2 a.m., right?
Yeah, they close at 2, but for whatever reason, I guess because it's not alcohol, hookah bars tend to close at like 4 or 5 even.
Even LA?
Yeah, even in LA.
Okay, dope. So I didn't even know that. So we were just like we obviously like we didn't meet up. It's like 11:30 because you got in late. So yeah, we were bar hopping on Rainy Street in Austin. We're like, damn, bro, like I'm not really trying to have the night end. And then we saw this massive hookah Mediterranean lounge. We're like, bro, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
And then we're walking in, and it's like, all right, like, are they open? Are they closed? And they were like, all right, just chill here and order some hookah. But then the DJ is just playing fucking bangers, like bangers.
You would think there was like 400 people in there the way he was DJing that shit.
And it was like 15.
Yeah.
And then, the music was fucking phenomenal. So we just got thinking, like, what other spots have we gone to that's like, oh, that's surprising how good it is, or it's the opposite, like this is surprising how bad it is. So we can focus on Austin right now. So, dude, no bullshit. Like that first night, the music was so good. We legit left, but we're like, let's talk to the owner and be like, we're coming back tomorrow.
Yep.
And we're only gonna be here. We obviously ended up doing other shit, but we did go back the second night.
Yep.
And almost got killed because.
Oh yeah, it's always a girl who starts shit.
No,
like,
but it's always a busted girl, bro. Like, no offense to the females, like I'm not trying to say, but busted.
And I'm just going off my track record of when I've seen fights break out. It's always some busted chick who's just angry just because maybe she's busted or somebody's talking shit. But like, I don't understand how drama starts at these places because it's always over nothing. But yeah, she fucked the whole night up for a lot of people, or at least made people paranoid.
But then both our girls were super excited to fucking see it. I was like, chill. Like, let's not get too excited because homeboy may just come back and be like, fuck everybody. So I'm like, bro, we gotta get the fuck out of here. But night one was super dope. I think we were there for like 2 or 3 hours. Bro, the hookah was on point. No alcohol, but we already pretty much faded from the other spots. But dude, the music was phenomenal. And I guess right now in Austin, because I think Megan Thee Stallion's I'm pretty sure she's from Houston, Texas. Bro, they were playing like every single Megan Thee Stallion feature.
Literally.
And bro, I was so impressed because like, those fucking verses she has here and there, poof, bro, the vibe was fucking great, bro. Great.
Yeah. No, hearing her verse, pretty much every single song that was played, I personally wasn't familiar with, but after hearing it, I'm like, damn, she for sure is, when it comes to female rappers or even rappers in general, is next up, and I commend her lyrical ability for sure.
For sure.
Those are slappers.
She played a lot of The Baby, which we obviously, yeah. And then there was a lot of Young Thug. But yeah, it was a lot of shit we both hadn't really heard on our own. So it's nice when you're out having a good time. Like, because sometimes I think like, I want to hear my 4 or 5 like songs, and now I'm gonna get in a good mood. But it was cool to like listen to other shit, but was obviously still like hip hop at its core, and it was still like a really dope, good time. But what about the other bars we were hopping around? Did you enjoy the music scene there?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's like your standard music scene. They played top 40, sicko mode, regular shit. So I can't say I was impressed. I was just satisfied. Yeah, I kind of expected it, and I was satisfied. Except for that one bar we went to. They had this big ass dance floor, like 300 people in the pit, and these big ass speakers. But for whatever reason, it sounded like they're playing it on a Beats pill or like one of the JBLs. Yeah, like iPhone 6 in a glass cup.
Yeah,
like it was like literally the worst sound I've heard at any bar ever. I don't understand.
But the dopest club though. Like if that shit had music.
I would have like my wedding there. That's how dope the venue was.
Because so people don't know, this is club on Rainy Street, Austin, Texas, called Container, and it's literally a bunch of containers of trucks they like cut open and like set multiple floors on it. You walk through it. There's bars in the containers. Like this shit visually is phenomenal. And then to have like no sound system is just And it was still packed. Like
it was packed. People were maybe pretending to dance, paid to dance. I don't know. But that shit was disappointing. I don't think any amount of alcohol could have saved that musical experience.
We legit took like 3 shots for my birthday, and I was fine.
Yeah.
But that place was alright. I kind of like, I don't know, I felt like we would walk by and walk into like Augustine's and like the other spots, and like they would play like a couple songs back to back. Like, all right, this is gonna be fire.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, it just goes back to like top 40s or like random pop hits. I'm just like,
yeah.
Bro, like I'm not trying to hear it, but I get it, right? That's a college town, like a lot of females. I think the ratio in like Austin, like in Texas, University of Texas, like 60 to 40 like girls to guys. So I get it.
Yeah.
Like girls aren't trying to like dance to some hood shit. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, because they kind of tease you with it. It's like, yo, let me give you some, like, old fucking, like, Beanie Siegel. And then they fucking follow with, like, Katy Perry. I'm like, bro, who the fuck
like, no consistency whatsoever or, like, good transitions.
Facts. So, what about, like, so you just mentioned when you were in Hawaii, you bumped into a friend. How was the music scene out there when you went out?
In Hawaii, honestly, I never dabbled into the nightlife scene there too much, but they're super hell bent on like the Hawaiian reggae scene.
Really?
Which I got into.
I didn't even know it was a scene.
Yeah, it's a huge scene. I mean, they like regular like Jamaican reggae too, but they have like a handful of Hawaiian reggae artists who dominate the scene. I started listening to them when I first started working because I was trying to de-stress and like just find some shit to keep me calm. And then eventually I was like, oh, some of these artists are actually pretty dope.
Nice.
So it's a lot more mellow, nothing too gritty. I imagine it's the same as what you'd find in Austin. Like if you want to find a hip hop club, it's going to be the generic top 40 shit that you would hear basically anywhere.
Right.
Because they probably don't even really have that big of a market for like what we found at the hookah bar or anything anyways. Like super ratchet shit.
Yeah, that was no bullshit. Like I'm not trying to like exaggerate. Like that was like the trap, bro. Like that was like a trap fucking hookah lounge. Like there was some grimy ass. I loved it. There was just some grimy ass people at that fucking lounge. You know?
Yeah, no, it was dope. And it was so weird how like it was literally 30 feet from the bars with like the more fratty people who are clearly into just college fratty music to get drunk with a bunch of girls. But over here you had this like hood ass like underground scene just a block away. It is crazy how
I
like
knew something was gonna go down at some point when the security guards, who were all strapped, by the way, like sometimes security guards have like, you know, flashlights. These motherfuckers were strapped and smoking blunts. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they were taking hits with fucking weed. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
So yeah, that was probably the dopest spot, I thought. I mean, the other spots were cool to like drink and have shots, but as far as just like vibing to like amazing music, for sure that whatever that hookah lounge is in Austin on Rainy Street, go there.
Yep, for sure.
So where else have you been recently? You were in Cancun, what, like 3 months ago? 4 months ago?
No, I was in Mexico City, but that was way back in March.
Okay, but how was the scene out there when you went out?
The scene was dope. I mean, obviously a more like Latin infused vibe. So they still play top 40 shit. Yeah, but they would still play like, I think Bad Bunny kind of dominates that scene, or has dominated that scene for like the past year. So he was all over the place. But I like those vibes because it's like reggae, rap, dance hall, and like Latin, like salsa type music all in one.
Yeah.
And the music's just a lot more diverse, and they seamlessly transition from one song to another.
Nice.
And it was just a cool experience because like I feel like in Latin culture dancing's big too, so people actually want to dance, whereas at other places they're just getting fucked up, like passing out in the corner, and like everyone wants to dance but just for whatever reason doesn't do it because they're too shy or
no one's doing it.
They just don't think it's cool or whatever. But then you'll have dudes and girls all dancing, like it doesn't matter what song it is, everyone just wants to have a good time. So I think the culture of the people definitely plays a role in like the scene itself too, because even at Koyo in Miami, like everyone was jumping around to those tracks.
And like I feel like Miami doesn't even fucking count, bro, because we're so, like I mentioned before, we're so spoiled down here, man. Like I went to a party like 2 weeks ago, I mentioned on the podcast, hip hop, reggaeton, just seamlessly going back and forth. And again, obviously a super brown crowd, so they're catering to the audience, but still phenomenal, man. Like the music scene here is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about some other scenes we wouldn't think super dope. Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. So shout out to my boys, Mad Star Bass in New Delhi, India, bro. Like these two guys are fucking killing it. I'll post one of their pictures right here. I'll send it to you to post. Like, yo, my boys are fucking killing it, bro. Like hip hop. But the cool thing is they're very aware of their like Indian heritage, and they'll play a dope like Hindi beat and then drop like the baby or some sort of Sheck West on it. Like this shit. I'll send you some SoundCloud shit, bro. Like they're actually like fucking killing it right now. So, and like they actually DJ'd the wedding I went to in Portugal, because obviously like mutual friends, like they were at the wedding and brought all their DJ shit.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like these guys are in India, where you would never think you're walking to a club and gonna see like that, right? Like they put a lot of like hip hop DJs out here to shame, bro, and like it's amazing because like again they're like I said, 28, 31 years old. They know what's hot. I guess they have it from literally two different cultures, so it's always cool when that can like mash like nicely. Because sometimes like people try to force cultures to work,
right? Yeah,
and that doesn't work. Like you can't just take a fucking random like Indian beat and throw some fucking hip hop on it, or vice versa. It's just not gonna work. So these guys have been doing this shit for a while. So I would say definitely if you ever come with me to India or you ever go to India by yourself, like you'll be surprised how dope the hip hop scene is out there. Dude, where else has been pretty fucking crazy? Charlotte. Well, shout out to Charlotte when I lived in Charlotte, because the baby's from there. And bro, no bullshit. When I was in Charlotte, I didn't even know there were fucking Charlotte rappers. But the clubs and the lounges out there were definitely like, you could find some like hood ones, and that shit was like lit. But it had
Are they playing Petey Pablo?
Nah,
he's like the only. Yeah.
But yeah, back in the day, like the only fucking North Carolina rapper I knew was fucking Petey Pablo.
Yep.
So.
Go on, Carolina, go on. Whatever.
Well, he had like one more hit after that, right? That song with Sierra.
Oh, Freak a Leak, and whatever this. Did he do one with Sierra, or was it just a Lil Jon beat that sounded exactly like something Sierra did?
Damn, you might be right.
He did a song with somebody.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
he was hot for that summer.
So like, but yeah, the hip hop scene in Charlotte is super dope, super strong. Again, I think Rhapsody's from Charlotte too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, dude, Charlotte's on the map right now, in the overall hip scheme. But I think they have a really solid fucking base out there when it comes to like if you want to go have a good time and actually listen to some proper hip hop. There's some shit out there. How about you? Any other spots that come to mind when you think about like your travels recently?
One experience, at least my cousins felt was disappointing. So we went to Jamaica for the first time as like a big ass family for my cousin's wedding. We had done this same trip when I was like 5 years old. So not even 5. I was like 3. It was like the whole family. So like we were like 30 deep. Right. But this time it was the same thing, but we're all of course older. And we were staying in a villa that was kind of like in the outskirts, so it wasn't near like the mainstream clubs and shit. We had to take like a $50 2-hour shuttle or something to go in town. I mean, when you got like brew and a bunch of green, it makes the ride a little more enjoyable. But
so fucking mission.
But yeah. But we were trying to go to like some super underground grimy Jamaican club where motherfuckers are doing like gymnastics and like grinding on each other like upside down on the walls and stuff. Yeah, like something from out of a Sean Paul video.
Yeah, sure.
And we did. I think we asked the driver, and he took us to this one spot. It was pretty dope because they had some dude like randomly cooking jerk chicken outside of the club for like $1. So we just had like a big ass stick of jerk chicken while we're posted up with our Red Stripe beers. But we went into this club and they were playing fire music, but for whatever reason everyone was lined up around the perimeter of the bar and nobody was in the middle dancing at all. And we thought they were maybe waiting for like the drop or like some super dope ass song to come on, but like everyone was like zombies just like posted up like waiting for someone to dance. and like everyone was disappointed because we thought like this spot was it and was gonna like change our night and we were gonna be dancing for like 7 hours straight, but that didn't pan out. So we were kind of disappointed that Jamaica let us down that time. But I guarantee this. Yeah, he probably took us to like a warm-up scene, so I'm sure there's way more underground scenes that were probably dope. Maybe he didn't want us to get fucking robbed or something, and he just didn't take us there. Fucking end up tied up to a palm tree or some shit. So if he spared our lives, I mean, I'm thankful.
Kudos to him.
Well, but that was like one of the more disappointing ones. But I guarantee you can find good music in Jamaica. Within the U.S. though, I mean, I can't say I've been to like most of the major states, like New York or Florida, and even Atlanta. And the music has been pretty much on par with what I expected. I've never really gone to any of those places and been like super disappointed. I feel like a lot of DJs tend to just play it safe and play top 40, so they kind of get away with it.
Which I hate though, bro, because that's what, again, going back to being spoiled here, and even like, so again, what I think we appreciated about that hookah lounge was that they were playing shit we never hear on the radio.
Yes,
so it's like, yo, this
sure.
is fire. And like, it all was fucking like super aggressive, like Texas beats. I'm like, yo, this is fucking insane right now. But what I hate is like, I am so spoiled in Miami that every major DJ comes here. Bro, but I want my DJs to take me on a fucking journey. Like, okay, so for example, Just Blaze is always out here. And dude, he'll drop the sample of a song you know, and then play the song you know. And like, is explaining to you like, yo, this Dipset song you love came from a fucking 70s beat of some like country song. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, explain shit to me, bro. Like, and these guys are just fucking playing, all right, I'll play 15 Travis Scott songs in a row. And it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's fake DJing.
Right, like, yo, I could do that shit. Like, yo,
I literally did do that shit in college. And, I mean, I got paid to do it, so fuck it. But...
Right.
It's not real
also
DJing.
The owners, like, depending, like, if they just want to make money, like, I get it. Yeah. But, dude, so going to New York, though, because obviously, like, being raised in New York, but I didn't really go clubbing until like a later age because I wasn't living there in my early 20s. So when we went to New York for your birthday, that random like bar we found was super dope. Like the music there was insane. Like that was like
I don't remember the name of that place.
Yeah, me either. But that was like random, bro, because they were playing like early 2000 hip hop and then bringing it forward to like new age shit. Like that was like surprisingly good. So that was impressive. But bro, I went back to New York like literally like 6 months later. This super nice rooftop bar, bro, rooftop club. So I'm thinking, and it's like it's catered towards like Latinos and like African Americans, right? So I'm like, yo, it's gonna be amazing reggaeton, hip hop. I'm gonna go on a fucking journey. Literally the most beautiful fucking rooftop view you ever gonna have. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking vibe out right now. Bro, I get there. My man is playing Nelly nonstop. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is happening right now? And then he'll drop them like a random Ludacris hit from back in the day. Again, I'm not saying they're bad rappers, but like that's not the vibe. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. As we mentioned before, like, there's timeless music. Bro, no offense, Nelly and Ludacris shit is not timeless. No. Like, I know exactly what time Country Grammar came out. You know what I mean? Like, that song was made for those early 2000s. And that's it, bro. Like, exactly. Yes, it's nostalgic to hear that shit, but like when I see like all these, again, I go fuck all these white girls getting super excited when that shit drops.
You said it, and that's exactly what I wanted to say.
I'm like, bro, why are we playing this shit? Like, why?
Because some bitch requested it and was like, yo, I'll suck your dick after the show if you played Nelly Hot in Here 14 times in a row.
Fuck, bro. So yes, I was in this club in New York. Again, gorgeous, literally club on the fucking 45th floor. Overseeing everything. I'm like, bro, like this can't be the vibe. And yo, it was going on for like 50 minutes, bro. Yo, so I'm not gonna lie, this is where I put my like music snobbery hat on. Yo, I went to the manager and I was like, listen, like it's my aunt's birthday. Your other DJ is still here at the bar. Like, I will help you pay him to go back on. And bro, they did it. Like they switched them out. I was like, listen, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, yo, it's only fucking 11:30 at night. I'm trying to be here till like 4 in the morning. This is not gonna work for me. Like this, I don't go like I know it came across super like, bro, like, what's wrong with you? But like, he even got it. He's like, yeah, you're right, bro. Like, yeah, this guy's just not doing it. Like, no one was dancing, but like, to your point, like, bro, there's a massive dance floor. Fucking the weather's perfect. Everyone's drunk. Like, why is no one dancing? I'm like, yo, the DJ is trash, bro. Like, the DJ is the most important person at these fucking clubs. Like, you gotta come correct, bro. Because otherwise, like, that entire atmosphere is just like, you want to go somewhere else? You want to check that? Like, so, like, yo, like, that was the one time I had to fucking, like, yo, because in the past, I would just leave. It's like, yo, let's go somewhere else. Yeah. I was like, nah, bro, this is a spot. He's not the guy, though, so let's fucking get somebody.
Yeah, no, the DJ is everything for sure. Even, like, the bars I go to, like, some of them are objectively just grimy. I probably wouldn't take somebody who's visiting there unless I knew for a fact they appreciate music.
Right.
But like for me, like that's what I go for, literally. I don't care like how fancy the decor is. I mean, it helps. Like if it's a rooftop bar with some space and shit, like yeah, I like that. But at the same time, like if the DJ's not on point, then that just ruins my whole experience. And I'm gonna spend my money somewhere else.
Think about it, back to Austin, bro. Like we weren't dancing, but we were vibing the fuck out. Like, bro, it was the hookah loud. Like, yo, you should probably post one of the videos in your story.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
bro,
I'll post it right
like
here.
The hookah, and it was just like us, like just fucking loving life, bro. Like that was the vibe, and like it was phenomenal. And there was literally, no exaggeration to our listeners and like viewers, no more than 20 people, including the people who worked there at that bar, and it was fucking great.
Amazing.
So again, like, I guess the whole point of this episode is like, yo, like, dude, we should honestly come out with a blog of like top 5 hip hop spots to check out in every major city in America.
That would be a good thing to start. Let's do it.
Like, yo, like properly research, like, yo, these are the top 5 places for all hip hop heads, dance hall heads. Like, here you go. And it's like people like don't have like that. Cause bro, it's kind of disappointing when you like buy a drink and you're like, damn, I have to fucking chug this shit now because like I don't want to be here. Like,
right? No, that's always the worst feeling, and it's really hard to find a good spot because like when I look at reviews, I mean it's a good idea, or it gives me a good sense of what I can expect, but it's always hit or miss regardless unless you actually go there yourself. And when you spend the Uber to get there and everything, you feel forced to stay even if it sucks, especially in LA because everything's so spread out. So it's like once you get there, if you don't like it, you either get really drunk and make the best of it, or you just go home, or you suck it up and spend the money to go back to the spot you always go to. So,
dude, so I don't know if it's fucking like 8 feet tall, but like, yo, if I'm not feeling the music, like no matter how many shots I take, I'm never gonna get where I want to get. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, like I'm already like tuning this shit out. It's like, damn, bro, like I'm just drinking empty calories right now. Like this is
No, I feel you. That is true. I think for me, I automatically go into like, what drunk food am I gonna eat mode.
Yeah, okay.
Like if I'm not feeling, I'm like, fuck, a burger sounds really good right now. And then I try to convince everyone I'm with to dip. Yep.
Yeah, yo, I'm actually mad at myself, bro. I didn't go to In-N-Out my last trip over there. I fucked up.
I have a love-hate relationship with In-N-Out. Like I only go there when I'm on a road trip or when people who've never been or who are visiting need to go. And the animal fries are fire. What's up?
Last time I was there, you took me. Well, the second last time I was there, we literally went from the airport to In-N-Out. Like it was like
yeah, right away, and it was fire. It was good. I think I have to be in the mood for it though.
Yeah, like mentally, or obviously just high. It's like, all right, it's just fun.
Right.
All right, Ben. So that's our states of the culture. Hope that was helpful. You want to get into heat of the week, bro? Before we get
let's do it.
Like trending topics.
Yeah, I actually heard this dope new track from an artist I've been following. You actually heard him on the way back from Coachella, and you said he sounded like The Weeknd, which is very true. His name is, I believe, Anders. He might go by Anders, but it's spelled Anders.
So it's like
he
R&B?
released, R&B, like trap, like whatever you want to consider The Weeknd, like dark R&B or something.
Sure, yeah.
He's this Asian dude from Canada, and he released a track with.
Oh, I remember. Is this The Weeknd? Like.
Yeah, he literally, like, if someone said it was The Weeknd back in the day or something, you would believe believe me. And he released a track with Rich the Kid that is super fire. It's called Sticky Situation. It's like a play on words because he's rapping about or singing about smoking weed.
Okay.
So get it, sticky situation, weed sticky, blah blah blah, ha ha ha. Anyways, the beat is fucking dope. Yeah. The beat is dope. The chorus is dope. The music video is super dope. It's kind of weird, but it like fits the vibe. And on that note, it's interesting because Rich the Kid has been doing a lot of features with Asian artists over the years. So I don't know.
Bro, that's the vibe, bro. Like,
I don't know if that's his doing, like being a business minded person, or if they're reaching out to him because he has like a deal going on right now. Like, yo, if you're Asian, my verses are 10 grand, but if you're not, they're 35. Who knows?
I don't know, bro. But if it's a business decision, bro, because all this like K-pop shit, that's just booming right now, bro. So get in while it's fucking cheap, because it's gonna be hard to get a feature in the future. I think Major Lazer just dropped a fucking song with like a K-pop group, and bro, that shit's all in Korean. So I'm like, bro, like, holy shit. Like,
I mean, the song was fire. I think Asian music is on the rise, so whoever's in the game should definitely be collaborating with some of these artists.
But the heat of the week is Anders. What's the name of the song?
Sticky Situation. Featuring Rich the Kid.
Perfect. All right, so my heat of the week is honestly becoming like a song that I overplayed a little bit. I'm like not liking it that much, but I'm joking. I love the fucking, but I legit overplayed this song. Like, no bullshit. I heard it for the first time and played that shit like 30 times in a row, bro. Like, no bullshit.
Which one?
So my heat of the week is an artist who I fell in love with like 2 years ago, and then he kind of fell off to me, but was still putting out music. Yo, Russ and Bia.
Oh, yes.
On Earth. Bro.
That song is fire. I'll admit it.
Fire, bro. Fire, yo. And the visuals in his like Insta videos. First, we had Rihanna walking to the song because they have like the Best on Earth. Sorry, called Best on Earth. They have like a Best on Earth challenge, and like just like a girl in like slow motion listening to the song. Bro, he even picked my favorite Instagram thought, Kataya.
Wait, so did you hear about the song from her?
No. I heard it from Everyday Struggle. Shout out to Everyday Struggle. But please insert Kataya's video right here.
I will. And it's gonna get flagged. I don't give a fuck. It's worth it.
Yo, but that song, but fuck whoever's like yo, that song is fire, bro. Like, cause they sample the Trillville fucking like the bed like the like throughout. Like, yo, that shit is wow. Like, yo, I was in like. There was like I've been like enjoying like certain albums coming out, but it hasn't been like one song that I'm like, yo, that's a banger in a while. And like this was it for me.
Do you think this is, on that note, do you think this is gonna be like his, because Rihanna endorsed the single, do you think this is gonna be like the moment where he can remove the so-called L that he's been having forever?
Dude, we say an L, but this motherfucker's rich as fuck, bro. So
I don't think he's taking an L's, but do you think like regular ass kids who
like he hasn't like even when he dropped that great first album, he never was like on the cover of like he wasn't at fucking the BET Award. I get what you're saying for sure. No, I think it might be, bro, because again he took a familiar beat everyone who loves hip hop knows, but then he's singing on it and then he added a little bit to it, and then that fucking Rihanna cosign is fucking insane. So. Yeah, no, that dude. I think it may be his what ascends him to fucking being like at the forefront of what like hip hop is. Cause like, bro, why not, dude? He's a good looking dude. Pause. And like, he sings. Hoes like him. Like, why the fuck not?
Yep.
I never heard that girl on the track though, Bia. I never heard of her shit before. She was alright. She was spitting some shit.
I've literally never heard it. I have never heard an article mention her name. I've never heard anything from her before. But now she's gonna be a superstar, so we'll see.
I honestly like, we should check into like our next podcast, like where this song lands on the fucking charts this week.
Yeah,
because I really think this shit might be like a top 25 hit, like out of nowhere.
And I think that Rihanna cosign, to your point, is huge.
Huge, bro. That bitch has like fucking 75 million followers on Instagram. Like, yo, like. And
she rarely posts.
Yo,
like, music related, especially.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's
it's
wild. All right, so speaking of like people dropping new music though, I haven't heard the song yet, but you were telling me like there's a whole bunch of like internet controversy about like the new Frank Ocean song.
Yeah. Well, I think the controversy is more so, I guess he had some sort of like LGBT party or whatever, and like I guess he didn't address some certain issues. I don't want to be misquoted because I don't know the controversy behind it, but I know the LGBT community supposedly is upset with him. And the funny thing is, in the song, like he explicitly, I guess, alludes to like homosexual behavior because he says, and he is boy toy, my boy toy sucks me like a Hoover or something. And then he said, my boy toy rides me like a Uber, or ride me like a Uber. Something along those lines. He's clearly guy on guy stuff.
Which is weird. I mean, obviously, we all know he's been gay for a while, but in his lyrics, he's always talking about a girl, though.
Yeah. Or he like doesn't use.
There's no gender. There's no gender in it.
The song itself is cool. It's like what people are saying is a vibe. Like it's something to ride out to, but it's nothing that makes me personally say like, yo, I really need an album from this dude. And I feel like when artists are like reclusive, like he is, like once you reach stardom and then you disappear like a Kendrick or a Frank Ocean or Beyonce, all you have to do is fucking give the people a little taste of something, and then it's automatically classic. It's fire. It's the best shit ever. It's a sign that a new album's coming.
Yeah.
And people lose their minds. For me, I don't really have an artist that I feel that way with, except for some. So I'm personally just like, whatever, it's cool. I liked his old shit a lot more, personally, but we'll see.
Yo, but it's funny you say that because like I was just like when I was pulling up here, I was like fooling around on my like Instagram. And I guess Selena Gomez has fucking changed like hip hop to pop super quick, like a fucking Austin DJ. Selena Gomez dropped a song for like the first time in like 3 or 4 years, and dude, the internet's fucking losing their minds. Like losing their minds. They're like, oh, she's talking about Justin Bieber. Hailey Bieber's offended, and it's like, holy shit, bro! Like this is not even a good song. You're just fucking so hyped that she even graced the fucking studio in the past 4 years. Like, calm the fuck down. Like.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, you kind of like build your own hype by just like not putting out shit, which is why I respect Drake so much, because like Drake puts out like something new every year. Like you're gonna get something.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense if you think about Kanye, bro. Like Kanye did drop that album, I guess 2 summers ago, not this past one, the one previously. But bro, this hype for fucking Jesus is King is getting out of hand now. Like I just like. They keep saying we're gonna get this album this Friday, which is they say October 25th. But bro, I'm almost like 100% sure we're not getting that fucking album.
I mean, even if we do, like my expectations are, I'm pretty skeptical nowadays. Like I don't have any high expectations except for a select few artists, like a Post Malone or some shit. Like those are the people I expect to deliver. But more recently, Kanye has been hit or miss. Like some of his tracks are super fires, other ones I'm like, this is just some weird rant shit. So, and
then not to be like a fucking like complete stereotype, but he's also not going to be cursing on this album, which is super.
Wait, is he like going full-fledged gospel on this thing?
Well, yes and no. So like the thing is like it's still going to be rapping and hip hop, right? But if you think about it, he has so many songs on his albums that are like already got like so many songs. Once you break it down, there are gospel songs. So I'm not saying it's not going to be dope, but like he's also like a super funny dude. So for the fact that he's not even going to be like saying, ah, bitch, ah, motherfucker,
like bleach, getting bleach on my t-shirt because you're an asshole and stuff like that.
Yeah, like that's fucking hilarious. Like that's like why I love Kanye, like the fucking like comedic part of him. So like the fact that that's going to be gone is like, that kind of sucks. But again, to each their own. Everyone's entitled to fucking grow and develop however they want. But as a fan, like I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, to go back to like the episode where we talked about hip hop culture in general and just stereotypes and shit like that. I guess this is a sort of change we kind of deep down know is the right path, but we don't want to see it because we're accustomed to listening to a certain type of vibe or message. Not that, I mean, you could still be funny and curse and still have a positive message, but I think to us it's
because cursing
just not
a bad thing.
Yeah, I think it ultimately depends on the message, and Kanye's never really promoted, in my opinion, anything too negative relative to what
100%.
the rest of the other rappers are rapping about.
Yeah, he's never killed anyone on a fucking record, so like, or thought about it. But yo, speaking of artists you just mentioned, dude, I just went for my 5th Post Malone experience on Monday. Dude, phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal. So unlike when I saw him for the Beer Bongs and Bentley set with you at Rolling Loud, because remember that set, he only did a couple songs from his new album. It was all like old shit. So for this one, he did all his new shit and his old shit. So it was great.
Okay.
But what sucks, and we can kind of get into this topic right now too, is that for his new album, which we both agreed was, I loved it. I know you liked it, enjoyed it as well. But bro, the songs are getting shorter and shorter. And then because the people he's featuring on the songs aren't with him, bro, he's legit completing songs in like a minute. And I'm just like, yes, you sound amazing, but yo, he did like an hour and 15-minute set. Dude, I think he did 70% of his new album and knocked that shit out like in 20 minutes.
Damn.
Yo, no bullshit, bro. Like, yo, because think about it, like the song with the baby, like Enemies, that's a 2-minute and 45-second song.
And the chorus is what, like half of it?
Right, and the baby raps for like a minute. So his part's only like a minute long. So like he did the hook twice, his verse, and that's it. I mean, I liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I'm just like, damn, bro, like you really just did your entire album in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. No, that is wild. With someone like Post, I kind of do appreciate it only because I think you and I both like so many songs of his that like you're almost torn between getting like the full version of 15 songs we love or like a snippet of the 100 songs we love.
Right. So it's almost like the whole like American Idol thing, right? They don't perform the entire 3-minute song. They just do like a kind of like a melody of it. So I get that. But it was just funny to me. I'm like, yo, this fucker's like legit knocking out these songs in like 55 seconds. Like it was just like,
that's wild.
The hook, and then have like a dramatic pause at the end and like, all right, new song. Like, where's this fucking going?
Did he have his same like go-to little spiels about how like follow your fucking dreams? Like people say
dude,
congratulations.
That was it. He's like, yo, follow your dreams. If I'm fucking here, you can be here. Which again, I appreciate that shit. He sounded fucking amazing though, bro. I think that's like the biggest thing me and you take away. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but like when we first saw him live, we're like, bro, how the fuck does he sound so clear? Mm-hmm. And we're like, yo, it has to be fucking like lip singing. And then it's not. And we're like, holy, like how the fuck, bro? Like,
no.
So that's like, that was still the most amazing thing. I had fucking, like, I got hooked up with floor seats. So that was even better experience. Dude, Sway Lee opened for him and he was like 2 rows ahead of me as far as like he came down. So that was cool. But yeah, dude, that was, I mean, anytime I have a chance to see Post Malone, I'm not see him, bro. Like it's just, But what's wild, bro, like literally if you rewind a year and a half ago, I saw him in Fort Lauderdale at a fucking bar for $15. And that bar was the size of probably like your, like, dude, like someone's apartment. Like that's how tiny it was. And then fast forward a year and a half later, I paid $150 to see him in a fucking arena. You know what I mean? Like good for him. That's wild. So that's why like when he's saying that message, like follow your dreams, like, dude, my man was legit playing in dive bars a year and a half ago. And like, look at you now, like on a fucking worldwide global tour, selling out fucking arenas. Like,
that's sick.
And as far as like one more thing I know you want to get into, bro, because we follow this one page on Instagram. I think it's called Izzy Dre.
Yeah, Izzy Dre. Shout out to Izzy Dre, the most underrated Instagram page you can find.
Yo,
if you like dirty memes.
Super Villain, and Mr. Left Hand. Yo, fire.
Those 3 never fail to entertain me ever.
At all, bro. We're having a rough night. I'm like, all right, let's do But yo, so was that like a fucking podcast that like Tank the singer had like a one hit back in like 2000?
Yep. So Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club has this like, I think it's a more of like a female oriented show called Lip Service.
It's like a crossover show, right? She has
they talk about like dating and shit like that. And I guess the topic started off talking about cheating or something, and I guess Tank was trying to make an analogy, and it just went completely left. And he said something along the lines of, if you suck dick twice and decide you don't like sucking dick after that, that means you're not gay because you made up your mind that you don't like it. And people have decided to cancel him, fucking threaten him, and
well, first of all, we're not canceling him. My nigga's been canceled. Like no one's listening to Tank music right now. So like,
I know. I'm like that's funny in itself. Is like, I actually do like some of his music, but what canceling are you doing? Because
like if Andy, we're bringing him back. Like this is making him the most popular he's been like 15 years.
Well, it's sad if his real fans are canceling him, because then who else is gonna be there? But yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't know what convinced him that this would be something that most people would understand or like agree with, unless he's doing it to troll.
Dude, troll or get attention. But like, yo, like think about like you and I, dude. This is what our 7th episode together. Like, bro, it takes us a while to get in our element. So like, even though like he's known, like he's been performing in front of like thousands of people for like the past however many years, like a podcast radio show is not his element. So he probably thinks he needs to say some outlandish shit, or like maybe he's not even thinking and he's just talking.
Yeah.
So like, bro, like not everyone can make this shit look easy, and like clearly I don't think he planned to fucking literally come across like it. Dude, it made it seem like he sucked dick before. It was like, yeah, I did it twice, not a big deal.
Yeah.
What?
That's literally what it sounded like. Like he was justifying it. Like, yo, I did it a couple of times and I didn't like it, so now I'm straight. But it's like, how the fuck does that even make sense? Unless,
bro, it's like
you have like,
I think maybe like a Friday movie or like some movie where it's like the guy was trying to like justify like, well, I'm not gay because he sucked my dick. I'm like,
oh yeah,
what?
No, I think that was in it might have been Friday too, but Harold and Kumar.
Yes,
they went to fucking Guantanamo Bay, and the dude's like, "You want a cock meat sandwich?" He's like, "You're the one gay for sucking my dick."
Like what? No, the fuck?
But yeah,
and it's trying to explain. He's like, no, like he's the gay one. And we're like, no, we get it, bro. But you are too. Like,
yeah, who knows what went through his head? But that was, it looks crazy, honestly, regardless of how you want to spin it. I mean, I personally don't give a shit whether or not he's gay, or like, I'm not gonna be that homophobic person that goes on his page and like tells him he's canceled. I think that's stupid. But it is funny that he would try to justify it in this way.
Yeah, no, it was phenomenal. But that clip you sent me, and like, especially like on Izzy Dre's page, like he edits the fucking video amazingly with all these people like.
My favorite one's the LeBron James one where he's like, "What the fuck?" What is that from?
Was it a game?
It might have been, but he was so angry in that clip.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one. And then to close it off on this about a different topic we spoke about on one of our episodes, the 6ix9ine episode. So apparently, the latest thing is that he's gonna hire 24/7 security that on average will cost him around like $3.3 million a year.
He might be able to pay for it, but not forever.
Not forever though, bro. Like,
yeah.
Again, I don't wish death upon anyone, but bro, my man's gonna like. I really think he should go in fucking hiding. Like, the more and more we've discussed this, and like I've seen, like, bro, someone's gonna try to put a hit on him. I get, like, he needs the security.
Yeah.
Like, and then to your point, like, I don't know if he's banking on he's gonna have a hit and he'll just be able to afford this shit forever. But, bro, like.
Well, I think after a certain amount of time, people are gonna care less. Like, I don't know if.
Dude,
I mean,
people.
I don't know.
Us, for sure.
Us, but like
people who he fucked over.
But I mean, when you think about other rappers, just like a Chief Keef or whoever who didn't snitch but might have like clapped somebody's cousin or whatever,
Right.
like they never get touched. So in my mind, I'm just curious who's really gonna take it that far to like drive to Calabasas and like send a hit. Like we're obviously not involved in street life to know like the logistics behind everything, but I feel like there's a lot of rappers who didn't snitch, who might have done dirt, who are readily available to get clapped, and it's just not happening.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I know, man. But I mean, more and more I think about it. I mean, I think he's definitely getting out. And,
sure.
And he already signed a $10 million deal. We saw that. I know what fucking label, but yeah, they gave him fucking 10 mil. That's, dude, wild, bro. Wild. Bro, snitches get stitches, but apparently snitches get paid, bro. So like this shit changes the whole narrative right now.
Right? I mean, in all honesty, I'm still gonna listen to what he has to say because everyone's gonna be curious. And even if you try to avoid it, it's gonna end up on your Instagram page. So
100%, bro.
There's no way of
when he has the #1 record, like after like a year of being out of jail, it's like, oh my god, like,
yeah,
we keep fucking feeding the troll, bro.
Well, it's gonna be an interesting story for sure because he'll probably be literally the first. Like, I think a lot of big rappers, like even 50 Cent and stuff, like have had snitching rumors, but like Tekashi's where we have like clear, concrete evidence that he literally told on somebody. The audio's there, the paperwork. He'll probably even admit it himself, and he's gonna end up doing just as fine as anyone else when it comes to like money.
Bro, but if you think about it, I don't know if we touched upon this in our last episode when we spoke about it, but like, think about Tekashi's fan base, bro. It's fucking 14 to 20-year-olds. You know what I mean? Like, they don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, they literally don't care at all.
They don't care. Like, is his shit gonna make them feel like they're gangster or hood when they're not? And if yes, then that's what they're fucking listening to. Like, that's what it is, bro. So yeah, I can definitely like, yeah, maybe like people our age are like, nah, I'm good, but I'm gonna listen to it just to fucking listen, like hear it. And I'm intrigued. Like, is he fucking apologizing? Is he saying like fuck everybody? Like,
I mean, it's interesting how it works though, because like Birdman, for instance, who I randomly ran into on a fucking one of those electric scooters, at the mall.
In LA though, right?
Yeah, in LA at the mall. He was on the side of the mall, just fucking posted up with the white hoodie, looked terrified, like somebody was out to get him. But
did you say what's up to him?
Yes, I was like, oh, what's up, Birdman? I smiled, like I wasn't trying to like hug him or hold it, fucking shake his hand or anything. And he kind of like from the corner of his hoodie looked over and was just like, hey. But I think he's just in a position where he's just not open to the public because he has so much, I'm sure, a lot of haters.
Yeah.
But he seems to be a person who's allegedly known for like unwilling to pay people that he works with. So it's almost like he's breaking the rules and trust by working with someone, potentially making millions off of them, and then just flat out refusing to give them what they're worth. And I mean, isn't that something like a fucking dope dealer would clap somebody over?
So with that one, dude, like it's a fucking, so the thing with that though, it's specifically Lil Wayne who's claiming he doesn't get paid though, right? Because we've never heard...
I think that's the biggest one. But from what I've heard from like people who have worked with him in the past, he'll basically do work with you, and he'll only pay you after you take him to court. So it's not that he's not gonna pay you, but he's gonna make you like work for it by fucking hiring lawyers and shit until he like gives it up.
Yes, sir. I know. I heard about the Lil Wayne thing, and then obviously I heard about like the producers on those albums who also didn't get paid.
Yeah.
But then, dude, like, but think about it, like, dude, he's still relevant to this day because he fucking like put Young Thug on, Rich Homie Quan, like Drake's never complained about getting paid, like, so.
Unless he's afraid or just like happy, because like if you made 20 million, but you know you really should have gotten 30, you might be like, I don't give a fuck because this is 20 million I would have never had. So
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, if I had a fucking opportunity, dude. But they were saying the same thing about Diddy back in the early 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
Like there was legit videos about like, yo, Diddy is a curse. Like he will either get you killed or put in jail. He will take all your money. Like, so I don't know, bro. I feel like everybody's trying to eat. So like if I'm a rapper, I know I have a chance of eating well with a certain guy who may have a different agenda. Like your boy, like yeah, if I can get 20, maybe I have to give up 5 for that. Then fuck it, I'll take my 20. So
yeah, and by no means trying to say snitching's the same as fucking taking more of what you feel, but I feel like I guess there's a lot of shady business that goes on that people turn a blind eye to.
Right.
Not that you have to cancel the person, but I think a lot of people just refuse to acknowledge that some of these rappers and shit are doing things that aren't necessarily morally correct.
Right. But dude, another funny thing is that the new Beats by Dre commercial for the NBA is like the Travis Scott song "Highest in the Room." It's like, bro, like, dude, like these corporations are gonna fucking make so much money off all these artists until like that artist has like the massive drug case and they go to jail forever, bro. Like it's hysterical to me.
Yeah, it's definitely a double standard thing going
on. Bro, have you
on.
seen the Highest in the Room video?
No.
Bro, watch this shit after you smoke something.
Is it just like a trippy, colorful video?
As fuck, bro.
Okay.
As fuck. Like
the song didn't do a whole lot for me, but now I'm gonna have to watch the video because I didn't realize it was out.
If you listen to the song a couple more times, I think you're gonna fucking love that song as well. But the video itself, like if you're high, bro, you're gonna be like, holy fuck. Like visually, it's super creative. I think most of his videos actually are pretty creative. Like he's never been that rapper who's just like him, like at a club, just like rapping.
No, I love his videos.
It's been like a vision into like his like a peek into like how his brain works. Like,
yep,
it's trippy as fuck, bro.
Word.
All right, fam. I mean, anything else you want to touch upon before we wrap it up?
No, I think we covered all the main things. We'll get into it next week, obviously. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's try to get to 10 subscribers.
10 subscribers before
by next episode. Yes, before 2020. That should be very achievable. We don't want to end this shit on a low note.
But I do. So I have the data from. So our first episode on the podcast, at least, has hit 20 listeners. So
nice.
Moving up, baby.
Hey, steady progress. That's all we can ask for.
Facts. All right, I do appreciate you. It was great seeing you again this weekend. And we'll link up and chop it up next week.
Sure. Peace.
Peace.